Please be seated. We're very, very delighted to have an ambassador here with us, and he would love just to come and share a few words. And
thank you so much. It's really an overwhelming experience, and I want to take more of your time because your time is for God. So it is very important that in this moment we are here to learn as a diplomat to use our privileges to serve. So I would like that you people, you sustain us praying in such a way that we will have more the courage to express our humanity and less our diplomacy. Thank you so much.
Ah, bless you. Thank you very much. We bless you.
Long time that I don't play as a we could do something like this.
Well, it's 1 for the morning, you 2 for the show. Ready to get right and I go, can't go. What don't you sit on my blue suede shoe? Well, you can do anything, but at home on my blue suede shoes. Well, if you don't look down, step on my face. Stop my name, blow the place. Couldn't even take what you do, but I'm harder than home.
إلى ممثل ساو تومو وبرنسيبي.
What to say about war, or what has already been said by eminent and prominent personality along the course of the human history. Therefore, I don't see much left to say about it. And I don't see what I could say more about war, or what it has already been said by other much more expert speakers here. In virtue of this, Mr. President, allow me then to simply express my modest opinion by respectfully saying that war, it is something of which we have to do a lot about it, more than lecturing alone, something to be eradicated by finding definitive and urgent solution to seize it once for all. Otherwise, I wonder how could we define the human species as a Homo sapiens? Sapient of what? Of annihilating ourselves because greedy for power and other selfish reasons? Of generating thousands of other misery which war takes with it? Yes, surely we are sapient of all misery we are able to generate because of our unwiseness. But again, I wonder if we are indeed aware of what war is causing to humanity since dawn of the history, as facts speak by themselves and prove the contrary. In fact, facts prove we are not aware at all of what we human beings are causing to ourselves. Otherwise, we should not perpetrate war. Because of that, Mr. President, allow me then to highlight the fact that there is a huge difference between to be conscient, which means physically alert, and to be conscious, which means to be morally responsible of action we man perpetrate. Not to say that man, for his conduct, placed himself at the lowest level of the evolutionary scale's life, and that it is not my statistic, but statement of scientists. Based on this ground, Mr. President, and before to be pointed out, perhaps, that I am philosophizing and not to be learned with the dim, allow me one more time to highlight the necessity to find practical solution beside the two, sometime, cautious talks, part of the diplomacy, which are righteous part of it, yes, but not enough. We should not forget that while meeting for lecturing, discussing, or for any good reasons and best intentions, thousands and thousands of people continue dying in the name of diplomacy. Therefore, Mr. President, I may be able to contribute a little to the discussion by modestly expressing my view on it, and which may stimulate some reflection about our humanity, often forgotten in the name of diplomacy, which seems supporting more materialistic achievements than human spiritual growth and social wealth. Yes, Mr. President, although we all know that peace starts within an individual, regrettably, facts shows that the nature of man is more prone towards employing violent and aggressive actions while confronting with diversities than choosing peaceful solutions. Thus, this is the time to be very honest by asking ourselves, do really men, governments, wish to end wars, poverty, and any kind of misery? If it is so, why are we not able to translate in practice what we keep talking here and there, then? Why we let prevail all sorts of speculations and exploitations which these mal-affairs generate, affecting negatively our social system? Why don't we make use of our science and knowledge to save and preserve life instead of spurring wars by fabricating weapons of mass destruction? In short, fact shows that it is all about game of power, speculations, and interests. So, in such scenario, Mr. President, I ask, what to do? I leave the floor, Mr. President, reiterating the fact that unless the world's leader opt for a politic of essentiality by encompassing a more holistic vision of life, more than a politic of interest alone, conflicts and wars will continue germinating on the planet. The true nature of mankind, which is spiritual, will have to prevail upon his materialistic predominant vision, as man life all should not be ruled by financial dictates. In fact, such ongoing reflects an indisputable truth, which shows up defaults ingrained into our human system of governance, which adopts schemes yet ruled by speculating legislation and based on the culture of tolerance, instead to be grounded on a balanced distribution of the world's resources and respectful confrontation more than tolerance. The unbalanced distribution and tolerating mentality on a long run ends up by generating hostilities and conflicts more than promoting peace and socio-economic developments. In truth, hereby, those should be the lessons of war. I conclude my speech now, Mr. President, by stating that as a person speaking in the name of many persons like me, we don't dream to have a good car, a big house, or a rich mundane life, which is nothing wrong to long for it, once we have established a peaceful and wealthy global societal system. Our dream is about ending wars and coexisting in harmony in this very moment. In consideration of all this, therefore, peace should not remain just a cultural event or a diplomatic debate, but is about exercising our responsibility as sentient beings. Thank you, Mr. President.
أشكر ممثل سان تومي.
There will be an answer, let it be. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join